this is the most exciting thing to come along in literally network marketing history because nobody's ever done it. Hey, we're first to market. You guys have first movers advantage to do something that nobody's ever done. And so right now you're going to be hearing in the next 45 seconds, I'm going to go ahead and start introducing him. Hey, the man that over the last 40 years has been the biggest innovator I've met in our industry, a man that has helped me make millions of dollars, a man that has inspired, and I've seen him create people that couldn't even talk and chew chewing gum and walk, and he's helped them make 5 or 10 or 15,000 a month. And now he's got the ultimate game changer, and he's going to tell you how to use this VIP card tonight. He's going to share with you the applications of it. And guess what? He's the innovator. He's the creator of it. I mean, I have no idea how Mark Seaforth's mind works because one of these days we're going to have to ask him how does he come up with all these great ideas on comp plans and things. But let me introduce you right now to our CEO, our founder, Mr. Mark Seaforth. Take it away, Mark.
Thank you, and good evening, everyone. It's been a long time since I've seen anything like this, and so tonight I want to welcome everybody. What you're looking at is a company, Goodlife, that literally overnight has become the most amazing opportunity in the history of the home-based business. And I've been around this industry a long time, so I'm not saying that lightly. When we started putting the Goodlife together, we knew we had a special product. I mean, we knew it was going to be something that was fun and it was exciting and rewarding. And we knew that we had all the necessary capital to make it happen. We put together a really great team, that was, unbelievable owners and employees. And we've got some tremendous employees. And, we knew that we had two monumental game changers in our compensation plan. And I mean monumental. Number one was the financial benefits of the IBO shared teams, or simply IBO teams. Second one, of course, is the crossover effect. Now, the crossover effect is, to me, what's going to create the first attrition buster in the history of the industry. Because once somebody joins as an IBO in the Goodlife, they're never going to want to leave because of what they see happening from people outside their organization filling into their organization. So we have these two, which to me are tremendous, tremendous game changers. But what we did not have, was the biggest game changer of all time. And that is this right here, folks, the VIP club card. Now, I want to try to put this into some sort of perspective because just how big this really is for each and every one of you. In the history of this industry, there's never been a company that's been able to provide a free product. I mean, this literally is a $200 product that you get to give away to a customer. You get to give it away, a $200 product. Right here, $200 here. This is worth $200 to a person when you give it to them for future travel, and you get to give it to them. And what happens when you do? So they get the $200 benefit, but here's where it gets even better. I mean, think about this. The IBO that they handed out this card, he's got 20 cents in his product, 20 cents, in his VIP club card. And when this card is used up, that IBO makes $100. $100. I mean, $100 when it's cashed out. Every time somebody goes on and uses this card, and as we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, people are going to be using it nonstop. A lot of people can probably use it up the first time they go to book because they're going to stay maybe in a 2 or 3 night stay and use it all up. The moment that happens, you made $100. But if they save $50, you made $25. If they save only $10, you made $5. But think about what this is for you. It's a money machine. It's a money machine that never stops giving. I mean, this is unheard of. But it even gets better than that because in addition to the $100 the IBO made, they handed this out to the individual. The person that enrolled that IBO, they also made $25 when this card is used up. So think about that. All the people that you set up, all the people that you personally enroll as IBOs, as they're putting these cards out and they're being used up, besides that person that handed them out for making $100, you're making $25. I mean, what? What do you think is going to happen when people literally have, and this has never happened in this industry. Most people think, oh gosh, if I can get 2 people interested, that'd be great. I get 2 people into my company, I'm going to do pretty well. And you know what? You can. Matter of fact, you could right here at the Goodlife. But why in the world would you? You've got something like this, the money machine, that's going to allow you to get everybody you talk to involved as an IBO. And then when that IBO goes to work putting these cards out, because of the money they're going to be making, you're being compensated as well. And you know what? It's even better than that. Because in addition to the $100 the guy made that handed out the card, in addition to the $25 that the first upline IBO made, there's also another $25 that goes into the compensation or the commission plan. Now think about that. All of a sudden, you're out there building this thing. You've got thousands of IBOs in your organization. Each IBO, Lord only knows how many customers they're going to have. We're going to have more customers per IBO than any company in the history of this industry because, it's so easy to go out and get 100 customers, 500 customers, 1,000, as many as you want because it's free. The product's free when you give it to somebody to use. It just doesn't get any better than that. So this is unheard of. And so I look at all this and I go, I don't even know if I can really put it in perspective. And I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to put this whole thing in perspective because I want to share with you tonight a little bit about what's really happened with, the initial people that got hold of these VIB club cards and what's actually starting to occur. And again, it's just never been done before. When you think about this, where do you think your organization is going to be in the next 24 months because of this club card? I don't even know. I can't even begin to guess how fast and how big this company is going to grow. So before I get into that, and I try to put this all in perspective, I like it. It's money, guys. It's a money card. It's actually a money card. I love it. It's a money card. And I'm going to tell you my personal experience with this past week because obviously I got the ability to get a few of these a little ahead of schedule because I wanted to see how people are going to react. And all I can tell you is it's a money card. It's a money card. So let's put this in perspective. But before I do a couple quick announcements, I got to make sure I cover this stuff because if I don't, everybody back at corporate going, hey, Mark, you're supposed to say this, this, this. First, as most of you know, if you don't, get this to make sure, because I don't like guys showing up at corporate headquarters, there is no live event in Boca this Thursday. There's also not going to be any live webinar this Thursday. The reason for that is, as most of you saw last week when we broadcast the webinar live, we were really disappointed in the quality of the sound, the picture, and obviously we're redoing all of our content to fit what we're doing with the VIP Club Card. So we really need an extra week to really get this thing home, put together, because when we do the next one, the following week on the 18th, there will be a live webinar on that Thursday. There will be a live event at the Boca headquarters. We want this thing to be first rate. From sound, picture, presentation, everything. So we just need a week to really, really work on it. And because we want to deliver something really special for you, because next Thursday on the 18th, by then you're going to have these in your hand. You're going to have these in your possession. And everybody's going to be very excited. You're going to start having Goodlife parties. You're going to start having a lot of people joining this company very rapidly. So we're going to start doing these Goodlife parties all over the United States. And that's your job for next week, is to have as many people as you can in your home. You should have your cards in your hands by then to be able to start sharing this amazing story with everybody. And after that, man, there's no holding us back. So that will happen on the 18th. Let's see, what else have I got here? Ordering the cards. Anybody interested in knowing about ordering the cards? I'm looking over here on the side, I'm looking at some of the chats, and I gotta really love it. From Wendell out there talking about how many cards he's going to do, and everybody else. And it's really, you're going to do this. This is what's amazing about this. The only problem is that we actually took the initial reservations on everybody, and it's about 10 times more cards than we've got available. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow you to go ahead and purchase whatever you want. What you're going to have is we're going to ration. We're going to figure out exactly how many IPOs we've got right now, hold a few back, and then allow everybody to have a first shipment that we'll send out. So we're going to send 2 shipments, extra cost to us, but that's our situation for not having enough cards. we didn't know that we were going to need, start with 300,000 cards. I mean, it's your guys' fault, not ours. So we ordered them, but we got a few weeks before they're going to be here because of the quantity of the order. And what scares me is that this is just the beginning, because I think it's gonna ramp up from there into literally millions of cards. And if that happens, and when that happens, and it will happen based on what I'm seeing, I can't even imagine what your organization is going to look like and the kind of income people are going to be generating here at the Goodlife. And so, with that being said, the website, because I know everybody's wanting to know where. Okay, you ready? You can write this down if you want. It's really tough. shop.goodlifeusa.com. I'll say it again, but we'll be sending out a text and also a email on this. But it's shop.goodlifeusa.com. Now, that will not go live until Thursday, which is, I think that's tomorrow. It's supposed to go live tomorrow, yes. So once it goes live, you can go in, you can place your initial orders. We'll send out, again, we'll let you know. I think we're going to do it in blocks of 100. So please, whatever you order, try to order in blocks of 100, because we're going to probably send out 100 to everybody and then send more. So we'll fulfill your order, but please give us a few weeks to get that done. And I know, because when I start sharing what happened with me when I started putting these things out, you guys are going to have more fun than you've ever had in your life. All right, so let's get into the points I was going to cover. That's all my announcements for tonight. So now I want to get into the points that I'd like to cover this evening. I keep looking back here at the chat. I got to keep looking at it because you guys are getting me fired up. There, I see somebody put it up there, shop.goodlifeusa.com. Great. Yeah, I think, did I say USA? I might not have. So it's shop.goodlifeusa.com. All right, so the 4 points I'm going to cover tonight, and these all have to do, obviously, with this, the money card. All right, first, I want to share a little bit of some initial reactions of what's been happening with the card. Obviously, if you're on right now and you're looking at some of the chat that's going on, you've already seen the excitement there where, people are wanting to order 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. And I can tell you from being able to take some of these cards and put them in the hands of people, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, when you hand somebody one of these cards, they look at it like, really? And almost like, what's the catch? This is just too good to be true. And I go, no, it's not. And I said, you know what? Here's what's great about it. When you go to use this card, because it's so easy to have a conversation, because the moment you put it in someone's hands, they're asking you, well, how does it work? I mean, do I really save $200? I mean, can I get more than $200? Can I, they start asking questions. It's so much fun because you don't have to do anything but sit back, smile, answer the questions, and then go hand the next card to the next person. And I'm going to be sharing that with you in one of my points about how simple this is to get out there. But the initial reactions have been unbelievable. I mean, we literally have some companies right now that have come to us. Now, remember, this came, and these companies I'm talking about have actually come from other IBOs. I mean, IBOs that went out, talked to a business owner, and said, hey, look, they've got this new thing called this $200 VIP club card, and this is really something tremendous, that you can use, for your business. Well, obviously, that's a pretty interesting thing when somebody can take something like this and hand this out as a customer appreciation card to all customers or clients or patients or whatever they happen to be. Here's what's interesting, though. Some of the companies have already come back, don't have like 500 customers or 1,000 customers. I mean, some of these companies have already talked to us, have over 100,000 customers that we want to do this with. 100,000. Can you imagine? Forget the fact that you're not the guy handing it out to that company that's going to put it out to 100,000, because whoever that person is, they're already smiling all the way to the bank. But even if you're the guy that maybe was the upline that actually, put the guy in that's giving it to the business that's going to do it, you're smiling. But think about everybody else. I mean, you're talking about just one business puts out 100,000 cards, all that CD, all that commission is being created and flows back into this compensation plan up 20 pay lines. I mean, that's going to be unbelievable in the way this is going to generate income for each and every one of you. And so if you haven't gotten the idea yet that maybe you should be kind of hurrying a little faster to get people excited about the Goodlife, I think after tonight's call you will, because you're in a position right now where you're still at the foundation of this. And everything you do in this one world genealogy is positioning you and the people you bring in to have a life-changing experience unlike anyone's ever seen before in this industry. And I know that's going to be true because, again, it's not because I'm some sort of a rocket scientist or got some sort of magical bullet. What I do have is I have a $200 product that's real, and it doesn't cost anybody anything. The person that gets this doesn't pay a penny. They get a true savings. And guess what? This is what, $11 trillion industry, the travel industry. So there's a lot of market out there, and there's nobody that's not going to say, because they're going to say, well, when they go to use it, think about it. The only thing they can do right now is buy retail online from all the other people out there, the Expedia of the world and whatever else is out there. All the ones, you name them, there's 20 of them, online travel agents, okay? Or they can do it through a private membership like we have here and get a huge discount. So obviously the reactions are tremendous, and they're just going to get crazy and crazy. Again, I keep looking down here at some of the stuff people are putting up, and you're just going to see more and more and more of people wanting to get thousands and thousands of cards, which is going to benefit each and every one of you. So now let's talk about the things that are important right now, because I want to talk about the way you make it all happen, all right? Because this is how you're going to have this life-changing experience. To start with, there's actually 3 ways right now. Actually, I said there's 2 ways to convert, but there's 3 ways to actually make money really fast with this VIP club card. Number 1, obviously, is person to person. That's just putting it in the hands of somebody, and if you pass out 1,000 and it got used up, you can do the math. 1,000 of these cards used up times $100, you figure it out. You put out 2,000, you figure it out. You put out 3,000, you figure it out. The income is pretty tremendous. And what's unbelievable about this is that remember, you get paid on this every time somebody uses it, because once you hand this card to somebody, when they go on the backside here and they activate this card, it's tied to you for life. So when they go in and use this card, I don't care if their savings is only $50, you're getting $25. If it's $100, you're getting $50. Whatever it is, you're getting paid on that until you use up this card. And by the way, just to answer a question someone asked the other day, what happens if a guy has already used up, say, $150 on the card, and then he wants to go stay in somewhere for a week, and it would take the card well over $200. Maybe it'd take the card to $400 or $500 in savings. Would the card still work? The answer is yes. On that last time they go and use it, I don't care how much they go over, the card will still work, and guess what? You still get paid. So if they went over and say they went and stayed somewhere for a week and saved $1,000, I mean, as an example, guess what? You get a check for $500 on that last usage. So it will work that one time that they use it at the very end, even if it's a big usage or a small usage. So now, getting back to how you're going to get this thing out. First is person to person. What do we mean by that? It's everybody you know, everybody you come in contact with. And I'm going to say for the last how you actually do it, because it's the easiest thing in the world. But I'm not going to tell you to the very last thing how you get this in the hands of everybody you talk to. But number 1, it's person to person, which is great. It's people you know, it's family, it's friends, it's strangers, it's business acquaintances, everybody you come in contact with. The second way you're going to make money really fast with this, and this is going to be the most powerful way, is when you go and set up business owners. Now, I want you to realize probably half the people you talk to probably have some type of a business, or if they don't, just like yourself, you probably know, if you really sat down and wrote it down, I bet you know 25 business owners. Of small businesses, maybe, some are big businesses, but whatever, think of this. Can you imagine any business owner saying no to this VIP club card? And all you're going to have to do is share it with them. And how simple is that going to be? You get in touch with whoever you're going to talk to, the Mr. Business Owner. Let's call him Mr. Business Owner. And you say, Mr. Business Owner, I don't care if it's a restaurant or if it's a doctor or whatever, and I'm already seeing this happen with everybody. I mean, my partner just did it with a doctor, and he just went crazy for it because he said, I got literally thousands of patients, and, I want to give this to them because it's customer appreciation. And he also didn't mind the fact that when he gives it to his I guess you'd call it patients there. He'd call it patients. When he gives it to his patients and they save the $200, what did the doc just make? He made $100 back each one of these cards. So from a business owner's perspective, who would say no? I mean, this is the greatest thing in the world for a business owner to say thank you to their customers and at the same time be rewarded financially for doing it. I mean, that's unheard of. I mean, every other deal that every business has ever had to try to create, a way of saying thank you to the customers or bring people into the business has cost them money, lots of money. It's like they might give out a $200 gift card like this, but their cost is probably $180 on the gift card. So you can spend $180 maybe to give away a $200 gift card. Here, they're giving them a $200 gift card for nothing, for 20 cents. I mean, they're going to do this all day long. So the second way you're going to do this is business owners. And you don't have to know these business owners. If you just get in your car and drive down the street and walk into any place of business and say, I have the best customer appreciation program you have ever seen, and not only your customer's going to love it, but as an owner, you're going to love it because of the money you're going to make. Now, with that opening statement, you're going to get somebody's attention, and they're going to listen to what you have to say. And then when you show them this and how it works, oh my gosh, watch out. Because I want you to do a little math on this. Just think, you set up 8 businesses. 8 businesses, and each one had, say, 1,000 customers. Now, some of these businesses might have 10,000. Let's say they only had 1,000 customers. 8 businesses, 1,000 customers, cards get used up. What did you just make? Well, now, since it's a business owner, he's making the $100 per card, right? So you're only making $25 a card because you set up a business owner. And by the way, that's another thing that just happened by accident, is when the guy decided he wants to do this as a business, the only thing he has to do is become an IBO. Kind of a slam dunk, don't you think? He's not even going to think twice about it. Yeah, I'm an IBO. Sign me up. Now he's making $100 a card. You're making $25. So 8 businesses, 8,000 cards out there times $25. Now you do the math on that. That's 8 businesses. What if you decided that you were going to go out and set up 4 or 5 businesses a week, and you're going to do it for 6 months? Or whatever. Can you imagine the kind of income? And remember, guys, once you start this, you're like filling a pipe that's never going to stop. It's going to continue to grow and grow and grow. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second, because what's going to happen with these cards is not just the fact of the savings a person's going to get. You're going to get a great percentage of the people are going to become what? IBOs. Because of the fact of the savings. They're going to look at the savings and go, wait, I'm saving $50 in that room. If I was a member, I could save $100. Oh, if I became an IBO, I could make money handing these out. You, without ever trying, will have more IBOs standing in line to get involved with the Goodlife than anybody's ever seen in any company ever. So, second way is businesses. Third way is charities. Now, charities, we have to go through a compliance issue yet, so that's not really quite ready. But what you can do, and what some people have already started doing, is you can go to the pastor of a church and say, Pastor, once we get all the compliance done, we can actually do it through through your 501(c)(3), through the church itself. But initially, and we've already got pastors wanting to do this, you say you as a pastor can just let your congregation know, here they are. It's a gift from me to you. What will happen is when they use it, they save the $200, great, and the church or the pastor gets that $100 and he can use it as he sees fit. I mean, maybe it's a way for them to defer the cost of the pastor, because now all of a sudden he's got a livelihood from the card. Or maybe the pastor's in a big church and he goes, you know what? I'm going to take $100 off each card and I'm going to take it and use it to build our next gymnasium for the kids or whatever our missions work happens to be, whatever it happens to be. So this is a slam dunk too. You can do this with churches. If you belong to a church, I would be talking to the pastor immediately about this, because this is something he could do tomorrow. All right, so that's the 3 ways. Now, let's talk about the 2 ways that you're going to convert everybody from just being a club card user into becoming an IBO. Now, why would you want to do that? A lot of people say, wow, I'm making $100 a card. I don't know if I really want it as an IBO. Well, yes, you do, because remember, everything this card does is going to be generating money back to you as a first-year payout. It's going to be generating money back to you in the way of commissions and the compensation plan, which is going to be unheard of. You're going to be making fast start bonuses and on all your IBOs to 3 tiers. You're going to be making dream dollars on the 3 tiers. You're going to be making unbelievable commission checks to the compensation plan. You're going to be going up the ranks and rewards, for all the things, all the additional bonuses we have, all because of this tool right here, Drive It. And here's the cool thing about it is, you can convert people very, very easily. And let's talk about person to person. The way I would convert somebody person to person first, I'd give them the card, I'd let them activate, I'd wait a day or 2, and I'd call them back and say, hey, Bill, Bob, Sue, whatever, you got the card, you've activated, did you look at the video? Yeah, I did. Well, how would you like me making $100 a card? Doing the exact same thing I'm doing. If you just hand them out to your family, friends, business owners, anybody you can be making $100 a card. Do you think that might interest a lot of people? Of course it will. And so you're going to have a very easy path to converting somebody from just being a user of the card to becoming an IBO. The second thing is going to happen, the second way you're going to convert everybody, as business owners. Because remember, a business owner can't do this unless he becomes an IBO. So the one thing he has to do is decide, okay, what level am I going to come at, silver, gold, or platinum? Most of them, because once you sit down with them, you say, well, I want to come as a platinum because of all the dream dollars, all the fast start bonuses, all the additional benefits you get. So you're going to end up getting almost every business owner that, well, you have to, every business owner will end up becoming an IBO. So now you've got IBOs coming in left and right. So that's two ways. Now here's the third way. The third way, this is hilarious, you do nothing. You don't do anything. You take the card, you hand it to somebody, you walk away and you forget about it, and guess what's going to happen? 20% of the people you hand this card to are going to be in touch with you going, can I join this thing? I'd like to be involved in Goodlife. I actually believe 20% of all the people you hand this card to will become IBOs without any effort on your part. I put that in perspective. You go hand out 1,000 of these cards. Most people in this industry look at the fact, okay, if I could get 2 or 3 people in my business, I got a chance of making money, and pretty good money because of the compensation plan. And then I train those 2 or 3, get 2 or 3, and I can make pretty good money. Yes, you can. And that's the way most of the industry works. You hand out 1,000 of these, while trying, you're probably going to have 200 personal enrollments. 200. Think about everybody else. Guys, again, this is insanity waiting to happen. I mean, there's nothing like this in existence, never has been, don't think there ever will be. We have an exclusive with this. Nobody else can do this, by the way. And so this is so unique and so powerful. Again, you're going to get IBOs coming from every direction. So that's the way you convert them. Now, the last thing I want to hit them before we close tonight is, yeah, somebody put that up there, 20/80 rule. You're right. Of course, you're right, Wendell. He says, I expect 60% conversion. He's probably right. He probably will. Because if you talk to somebody about this, you're going to convert them. I mean, I can't imagine anybody going and saying, oh, you mean if I hand these out to just my family and friends and they use it because they save money, I will make $100. Let me think. Do I want to do that? I think I probably do, don't I? So it's just too good. It's just too good. So here's how you get everybody, because the last thing I said I was going to talk about was one simple step to get everyone that you meet to want a car. You know how simple it is? Because I actually have been doing it all week, and it's the funnest thing I've ever done. All I do, and this is it, this is all I've done with every person I've come in contact with this past week. The moment and I don't care if it's a stranger, friend, acquaintance, somebody I don't know, if I got their attention for 20 seconds, just 20 seconds, all I say to them is say, let me ask you something. Do you take vacations or travel? That's it. I even shortened my own presentation when I first said, I don't say anything more than I just say, do you take vacations or travel? And everybody will answer that question. And I'm 99% so far. I've only had one person that said no, and then I didn't give them a card because they don't take vacation travel. It's probably not going to work for them. But the other 99% said, well, yeah, of course I do. And so I would just say some simple things. Well, how many times you vacation? Oh, once or twice. Where do you use it? Just short conversations. And you know what? Since you really do vacation travel, I've got something for you. It's a $200 gift card. I go, what? And my daughter says, what? So I hand them the card. And that's all I do. I ask that basic question. I hand them the card. And guess what happens after that? They carry on the conversation for me. They do all the work. They go, how does this work? So I tell them, well, is it really a savings? Yes, it is. How do I know? And I tell them how. Just go check it out yourself. Go check out all the other online travel agencies, the ones you book through. Pick whatever company you've ever booked through in the past, and then check ours, check our price, and then go check theirs and see what it is, and you're going to see a savings. Because if we say there's a $50 savings in that room, and you go check whoever you bought from before, it'll be a $50 savings. They go, really? Yeah. And so every person you handle, you know what I've been doing too? I'm being really patient. A couple of people I told that, hey, look, by the way, after I hand them the card, and I go, well, if you decide to do this, you can make $100 on every card, and they go, okay, tell me more. But a lot of people I haven't done that with. I just want them to get the card, activate it, and then I'm going to call them back and say, hey, how would you like to be doing this for yourself? You know what's going to happen? Again, 20, 30%, they're going to say, absolutely, I'm in, I'm all in, let's do it. And the ones that don't, the beauty of this, I say, enjoy the card. because it's great savings. Just enjoy it. And thank you for, for taking the card. And I think you'll thank me once you use it. That's it, guys. That's all there is to this. So, in a nutshell, summing things up for the night. We'll bring this up one more last time. Money, 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 money card, money card, money card, money. The more of these you have, the more you succeed. That's it. The more you have, the more you're going to succeed. This is going to build your income. It's going to build your business. It's going to allow you to live the good life. It's going to allow you to travel the world. It's going to allow you things you never imagined possible. And all because of this little simple plastic card, because it tells the story for all of us. That being said, I'll say good night, and I'll see you next Thursday at our live webinar. Good night, all.